Have you ever heard something called an Arduino and are wondering what it is? We use this Arduino a lot in our projects that make due to its popularity and ease of use. It is one of our favorite microcontroller board. But if you are not even sure what an microcontroller is, definitely this video is for you. An Arduino is an open source electronic platform based on easy to use hardware and software. You will often hear that Arduino is a microcontroller, but Arduinos are circuit boards that have microcontroller chip on them and other stuffs. You can easily tell your board what to do by sending a set of instructions to a microcontroller on a board. Over the years, Arduino has been a brain of thousands of projects. To run your Arduino board, you need a Arduino programming language and an Arduino software, for example IDE, based on processing. Let's learn how this Arduino board was born. Arduino was born at the Interaction Design Institute as an easy tool for fast prototyping aimed at students without a background in electronics and programming. It is one of the most easy to use development board and has proven extensively useful for almost everyone. So why only Arduino? Obviously, there are other amazing development boards in the market, so why everyone is talking only about Arduino? These Arduino development boards are inexpensive compared to other boards in the market. The Arduino Software IDE runs on Windows, Macintosh and Linux operating system. Most microcontroller systems are limited to Windows. The Arduino Software IDE is easy to use for beginners yet flexible enough for advanced users to take advantage of this as well. It is also convenient for teachers as well as students looking forward learning programming. The Arduino software is published as open source tool available for extension by experienced programmers. The Arduino has open source and extensive hardware which is published under a Creative Commons license, so experienced circuit designers can make their own version of module, expanding it and improving it. Even relatively inexperienced users can build this breadboard version of module in order to understand how it works and save money. Now, when you look at the Arduino, you will see a lot of pins or ports. All these pins or ports are used to attach different components or appliances to the Arduino, like when you want to attach a normal LED or a motor. Let's have a look into this pin, what exactly each one of it does and how you can use it in your projects. The Arduino Uno is most user-friendly board and we are going to start our Arduino journey using this board. The Arduino Uno uses Atmega 328U microcontroller. It has 32 KB odd flash bit memory, of which 0.5 KB is used for bootloader and 2 KB is SRAM and 1 KB of EEPROM and clock frequency of 16 MHz. Now what is this microcontroller Atmega 328? They are tiny computers. They can run small simple software programs. They can be powered by batteries for days, but they are fast enough to process data much faster than a human being can think. There is also another microcontroller on this Arduino board. This helps in uploading code to the main microcontroller and communicates via USB. And this chip allows you to send messages back and forth to the computers and Arduino and is important for debugging. Now every electronic component needs a power supply and a ground to work. So does this Arduino. Arduino has 3 power inputs: barrel jack, VIN pin, USB cable. Barrel jack. The barrel jack or DC power jack can be used to power your Arduino board. The barrel jack is usually connected to the wall adapter. The board can be powered by 5 to 20 volts, but the manufacturer recommends us to keep it between 7 to 12 volts. The regulator might overheat when the voltage is above 12 volts. VIN pin. This pin is used to power the Arduino Uno board using an external power supply. The voltage should be within the range of 5 to 20 volts. USB pin. The USB cable is used to connect to Arduino with a computer or laptop. It provides 5 volts to 500 milliampere when connected to the computer. This port is used to upload the code to the Arduino board. When you want to connect an external component to the Arduino, this component will also need a power and a ground. In Arduino Uno board, you will find 5 ground pins which are interconnected. These ground pins are used to close the external circuit and provide a common logic reference level throughout your circuit. Always make sure that all the ground pins of the Arduino, peripheral and components are connected to one another and have a common ground. The 5V pin is a regulator power supply used to power microcontroller and other components on the boards. The 3.3V power supply is used to generate by onboard voltage regulator. Maximum current drawn is 50 mA from this 3.3V. Along with this, Arduino has more pins. Let's start with the reset button. The reset button is used to reset the Arduino board. After reset button, there is ICSP pin for USB interface. ICSP is the ability of microcontroller to be programmed without disconnecting from the circuitry. Now to create new projects, we will need to send and receive data. There are two types of data pins, which are 13 digital pins and 6 analog pins. Digital is a way of representing voltage in one bit, either 0 or 1, while the analog signal is continuous transmission of the signal. These 13 digital pins from 0 to 13, which act as digital inputs or outputs. The pin 13 of the Arduino Uno is connected to built-in LED. Digital pins 3, 5, 6, 9, 10 and 11 are PWM pin. PWM is pulse width modulation. As its name suggests, is a technique used to encode a message into a pulsing signal. PWM signals are used for speed control to DC motors, dimming LEDs and more. Now pin 10, 11, 12, 13 are SPI pins, in which pin number 11 and 12 are MOSI and MISO pin respectively, and pin number 10 is SS pin. MISO pin is master and slave out pin. This pin is used for sending data to the master device. MOSI pin is master out slave in pin. This pin is a master line for sending data to the peripheral devices. SCK is a serial clock pin. This is a serial clock signal generated by the master device to synchronize data transmission. Now these digital pins also connect interrupt pins, that is pin number 2 and 3. An interrupt is a signal that tells the processor to immediately stop what it is doing and handle some high priority processing. That high priority processing is called interrupt handler. Next is the TX-RX pin. These are serial pins that is used to transmit and receive data to the microcontroller. Along with this, Arduino also have TX-RX LEDs. These LEDs represents the receiving and transmission of data. They blink when the data signals are being transmitted or being received. The Arduino Uno also supports the input or output of the analog, that is continuous signals. There are 6 analog pins on the Arduino Uno for transmitting and receiving analog signal. They are from A0 to A5. They use an ADC, that is analog to digital converter. This pin serve as analog input but also function as digital inputs or digital outputs. ADC stands for analog to digital converter. ADC is an electronic circuit used to convert analog signal into digital signal. Just beside the power jack, the Arduino Uno has an on-board voltage regulator. This voltage regulator converts voltage supplied through jack into 5 volts. This 5V supply powers the Arduino Uno and the component attached to it and is available to use through 5V pin of the Arduino Uno. Arduino Uno has a serval nodule on board. This is 16 MHz oscillator crystal. This crystal decides the clock speed of the Arduino and provides basic timing and the control to the Arduino itself as well as its other devices. This was the working of Arduino Uno board. There are more types of Arduinos, that is Arduino Nano, Micro, Duo, Arduino Bluetooth, Arduino Robot, Arduino Pro Mic, Ethernet and Zero. Each one has different specifications, structure, operational functionalities and size. Arduino Shields are also a type of add-on to the Arduino board to increase their functionality. The Arduino board is one of the most amazing and versatile development board. However, it also has drawbacks. Even being an amazing development board for beginners, it has a capability limitation for professional users. The Arduino offers less processing power and functionalities than some of its competitors, although they are more expensive. So welcome to the world of Arduino. Stay tuned to learn how to program the Arduino and Arduino integrated development environment. Till then, all the best and have an amazing time with your own Arduino. Subscribe to our channel and click the bell button for more new updates. Thank you.